Hey, hello, everyone. Hello. This is Mahdi with the Human Solidarity Project. I'm the co-director, and I get this wonderful opportunity to every now and then to do these videos to talk to you about things that are important to us, things that we have put out articles about, and we have an article coming out real soon on unconscious bias in the workplace. I know it sounds boring and mundane, but the reality is unconscious bias has a huge impact on so many aspects of our lives. Unconscious bias is not just about race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, or social class. Unconscious bias, any type of assumptions or conclusions that we come to about people before getting to know them. Now, we know that unconscious biases develop out of survival. We develop them unconsciously to try to protect ourselves. And we do it usually when we're younger. We learn to develop these biases as a mechanism to protect ourselves, as I said. But as we get older, we discover that these biases that we've developed as in a younger age actually prevent us from thriving as adults, from really being able to flow through the room, from really being able to interact with people, from really being able to connect and make friends and to share resources. We look at a person's skin color and we come to conclusions that they are X, Y, and Z, which is not the truth, right? So what it does, it prevents us from tapping into our own creative genius, prevents us from tapping into who we really are. It's through our interactions with other people that we come to discover who we really are. You get a chance to see how you flow when you just allow yourself to be. So what unconscious biases do, they interfere with you just being. Imagine you having all the confidence in the world, walking in a room and just floating like you're floating on air through the room, meeting each person, discussing things with them, uh, spontaneously discussing things that you didn't even know that you were going to discuss. Here's the thing: unconscious bias gets in the way of spontaneity, authenticity, and the power that comes from your authentic voice. We talk about unconscious bias because we want people to realize that these biases are stopping you from being the best you can be. Now, in the past, when we talked about unconscious bias in our workshops, it was mainly focused on race and gender and social class and sometimes sexual orientation. We wanted people to understand and know the impact of those things in the workplace. But what we found throughout these years of doing this work is that people had not been applying it to themselves. We had not been applying it to ourselves. All of the stuff focused on unconscious biases, DEI, should be applied to the individual first before it's applied to the collective. That's why at HSP we say in order for there to be human solidarity, there must be self solidarity first. So if you have all these unconscious biases about other people, that means you have biases about yourself that you're not aware of. You have conclusions about yourself, as crazy as that may sound, that you keep coming to without proof, right? So like thinking that you're not good enough. You really don't have no proof for that. But it's a bias that you've developed against yourself, where you're not 100% on your own side. You do more to criticize yourself, put yourself down than you do to anyone else. As a matter of fact, if someone else were to talk to you like the way you talk to yourself inside your head, you'd be highly upset and mad with them. That's unconscious bias. All the things, this stuff that is developed in our mind that we oftentimes don't share with people, but think that prevents us from taking a step forward, prevents us from reaching out, prevents us from uh, taking a risk. Oftentimes it looks like a risk, but the reality is it's not a risk. It's self-expression. It's life unfolding as it naturally should be. I want you to check out this article, Unconscious Bias in the Workplace. See what it sparks in you, what things it brings to life in you. And let's have a conversation. Let's talk about unconscious bias specifically being directed at the individual and us taking a good look inside of ourselves at what biases we have that are interfering with our best performance, with us reaching the next level, with us being the best us that we can be, or the best you that you can be. I'm M, co-director of the Human Solidarity Project, and I want to thank you for this opportunity to talk to you about what we feel very passionate about. Take care and God bless.